所以像这样子呢，对我们来说，一方面呢会觉得不会那么的辛苦，那另外一方面呢，你会知道说在法上面的修法上面的程序跟修法上面你会有疑问的地方。那么否则呢，如果说我们非常盲目的一下子埋头就去把这11万遍圆满的时候呢，一方面呢，有一些人他会觉得不知为何而战，不晓得为什么来修，也不知道说修法里面呢到底哪个地方出了状况，甚至有人会觉得修这个法非常的痛苦，难过到想要哭了。那么所以说呢，对于这样子的情形来讲的话呢，透过这样子2个阶段的方式来修这个4加行呢，是会比较有效，对大家来说呢是比较好的。否则呢，如果说你一下就把这个11万遍圆满，有一些人呢匆匆忙忙把它修完之后，但是呢他在观想部分或者是在内心里面呢，并没有转变他的心态。那么听起来、讲起来、说起来是蛮悲哀的。虽然他圆满了11万遍，但是圆满了之后呢，还是跟原来的人呢是一样，没有什么改变，法呢并没有呢进入到他的心中。所以呢，像这样的方式呢，修法呢并没有得到修法上真正的实质的利益。所以呢，法王特别呢在请问他的上师，由他的上师主法王允许，让他呢在他教导的方式当中呢，先让他的弟子呢学习的部分呢，先做1万遍的圆满。在每一个加行的部分的1万遍圆满之后，对于观想跟这个内心部分呢有所转变之后，所有的疑问都圆满的都确定解决了之后呢，再下去把所有另外的10万遍圆满。
So this now the on-road teaching. I think maybe I'll give very brief, and then I'll give it from the practitioner's point of view, rather than the philosophical point of view. Usually there's a Dhamma teaching. In Dhamma there's the true. One thing is the why we should be practicing Dhamma. On that matter, last time from the time I came, we have been talking about it, why the Dhamma. Now that this is not about the why the Dhamma should be practiced, but this is more how to practice the Dhamma. It is the method, the medicine directly. Last time we were talking, you should take this medicine, this is very good for your health, it works like this, it works like doesn't, something like the good effect, all this, So now that talking directly about the practice, so we will, sort of say it, say it from, let's say, from experiential point of view. So then then the first it's first common the meditation is the meditation on the preciousness of human form, preciousness of human life. So when you are meditating this, first you say the stanza slowly, and then you are maybe for 5 minutes you should be meditating on this subject.
那么法王呢，他在上礼拜呢已经开示过有关于发菩提心的部分，那还有在这个上师相应法部分呢，下面呢我们要讲到是第21页人生难得的部分。那一般来讲的话呢，佛法上的开示呢可以分成2个阶段。第一个阶段呢是给予大家呢在这个逻辑上的跟哲学上的介绍，就是呢我们为什么要修法。那这个好像是介绍大家说这个药呢这个药呢非常的好，怎么样？这个药是如何的好？那第2个阶段呢，就是告诉大家如何修法。那这个呢，很像是呢，就是直接告诉你说这个法呢，它的这个修持的这些次第，很像是除了介绍你药之后呢，还要告诉您说这个药呢该如何服用。所以呢，法的教授来讲的话呢，分成2个步骤。那同样的呢，上次呢法王曾经也已经开始过，说这个法呢是如何的用，如何的好。在下面呢，就是要告诉我们4供加行转心的4部分呢。首先呢，要讲到第一个呢，就是禅修的4加行的4供加行部分。第一个呢，就是我们20页的人生的珍贵跟难得的部分。 那仿如说呢，像这个地方呢，所谓的寄诵部分呢，我们可以呢慢慢的一起念，念完之后呢，可以禅修思维5分钟。
So we say, so after you finish your motivation from the Manjulanka, then you finish visualizing the Guru Vajradhara, and then dissolve into you by the word Padasaya Lama. Then when you say, enjoy at this time, like I said before, this is mainly about appreciation, appreciation by understanding, that appreciation can start from, your own life, your body, your health, your ability to see, all this, and then from the Dharma point of view, from the traditional Dharma point of view, the fact that, you have met, the Buddha has come into this world, the fact that you are born into the human realm, because the many masters say, Buddha himself said, that among all the other sort of beings, the human being is the most difficult to get. He says, for example, he says, that we cannot see the hungry ghost, we cannot see the the animal kingdom, whatever, but we can definitely see that we cannot see the hell and the hungry ghost, which is even more numerous. But at least the animal kingdom we can definitely see, in the whole population of Taiwan, maybe 20 or 30 million, But I think within one human being, there's almost 3-4 million germs, So you can see, if this is a matter of chance, definitely it is more difficult to get a human birth. And from these human births, many people are sort of suffering in this world. Mentally suffering, physically suffering, and they all want to get out of this suffering, But to get out of this suffering, they are doing even more negative things, which put them more deeper into the suffering, To get out of suffering, they are killing, they are fighting with each other, they have hatred towards each other, Actually, they are doing it to be more happy. But of course, out of ignorance, because they don't have a Buddha to teach them, they don't have the Dharma to guide them. So they are doing the opposite way, making more and more suffering for themselves, for their community, for their country. So this is because so that's why we who know the Dharma, met the masters, and we are so fortunate. Among the human beings also we are even more rare, And among these people who can really practice is very, very few, So that's why this is sort of meditation of appreciating the human life, Appreciating the human life by understanding the suffering of animal kingdom, how the animals are suffering, what the difficulties they are going through. They have no freedom, no right to speak, no way of understanding, no way of speaking for their right, no way they can practice Dharma. So we as a human being, see how much we have ability to understand Dharma, practice Dharma. When we have suffering going through the Dharma, we can change it, we can make our suffering go down. So all these things, this is a very rough sort of introduction, and mainly if you want to go more deep, I think there's a book called in the Nyingma tradition, there's a book called the Words of My Perfect Teacher. There it has very much detail about the precious human form, what Guru Rinpoche said, what Buddha said. There's a whole chapter about it. You can read all that, then sort of contemplate it, And when you contemplate it, do not contemplate it like okay, yes, everybody, yes, we are sort of general way, You have to, appreciate it from your own personal experience point of view, If, for example, if you are, going through, before you are going through difficulty, and after meeting the Dharma, you have, your mind has become better. So you have to what I mean to say is that your personal experience should